you know, like he the Jeffrey the butler from Fresh Prince or something.
Right.
You know, when the Lord can destroy you.
That's right.
He can destroy everything that you ever. Look at Kobe Bryant, man.
Yep.
That's right.
That's right. Yeah.
Look at Kobe Bryant, man. First of all, the Lord didn't even bless him with sons.
Yep.
Okay. Then another thing, he took out him and his daughter.
Yes.
So a lot of you people that move in that spirit, thinking that the Lord is just somebody to play with, like he's just some kind of pocket pal or pen pal, and he's some genie. You gonna figure out that the Lord was pissed off with you the whole time, man. That's why the scriptures is written how it's written, man.
That's right.
Everybody like to call it the good book.
Right.
It's only good to the elect, man.
Right.
Yeah, that's right.
This book that's written is not good for a lot of you wicked ass people.
That's right.
That's why they don't like to deal with it.
Right.
Yeah.
I keep going. I'll start from the top again. Isaiah 66:15. For behold, the Lord will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury. And like the brother said, does that sound like a power that's going to come down and negotiate and talk with you? You know, the Lord isn't going to use no words, man. You know, and I keep going. And his rebuke with flames of fire. And it says, for by fire and by his sword will the Lord plead with all flesh, and the slain of the Lord shall be many. So like brother's been going into is, you know, the pestilence. That's a part of the slain of the Lord. You know, the different, you know, ultimately the missiles, that's the slain of the Lord shall be many, man. So like the brother said, which was a heavy point, the Lord is not going to come and, you know, the scriptures also say, but many in that day shall say, Lord, Lord.
Yep.
So a lot of people gonna try to talk to the Lord. You know, they're gonna try to plead with the Lord, but he ain't gonna want to hear that shit, because by that point where the Lord gotta deal with you, he ain't gonna do no talking.
That's right. As a matter of fact, let me get a quick precept. I know brothers got a lot of precepts on deck. Let me get that in Job 5. I think it's Job 5 and 22. Because this is what the Lord gonna be doing when a lot of you people that think that, you know, the Lord is, you know, how you doing today, sister? Blessed and highly favored.
Right.
That's a lot of you black ass women responses. I'm blessed and highly favored. You're gonna find out if you're highly favored or not real soon. Somebody, because when this thing kick off, you're gonna know who the Lord's favor is with. Somebody get that Job 5.
Job chapter 5 verse 22. At destruction and famine thou shalt laugh.
So we gonna laugh right along with the Lord.
Yeah.
Yahweh Shema Shai is gonna put the spirit on brothers to chuckle up a giggle. Okay? And you wonder, like, man, there's going to be so much destruction and chaos going on. How are we going to find the time to laugh at stuff?
That's right.
Because the Lord is going to put that spirit on brothers to laugh at, man.
Right.
It's going to be we really going to be in tune with the Holy Spirit.
That's right.
Because the Lord going to be laughing at you people in the heavens.
That's right. And we already laugh now. We already laugh at a lot of you celebrities dying. A lot of you niggas that get fucked up by the Lord. Yep. We be laughing, man. We be laughing now, so we gonna be laughing later.
Yeah, we laugh.
That's right.
I got a good laugh when Kodak Black.
Right. Hey, can I bring out a quick precept to back that up?
Come.
Because again, it's gonna be the Lord laughing through us, man. Right? This is Proverbs 1:26. I also will laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear cometh. When your fear cometh as a desolation, and your destruction cometh as a whirlwind, when distress and anguish cometh upon you.
Yeah. So the Lord said, when all of these things that's written of aforetime come upon you, the Lord is going to be laughing, man. That's what it's going to be like. The Lord is going to create His own comedy show at the expense of your disparity.
That's right.
Watching all of you people getting mauled to death by straight up and down bears.
That's right.
Watching people get straight, what they call it, when they do the assembly line. Rapid fire.
Yeah.
Firing squad.
Yeah, firing squad.
That's right.
Just straight getting knocked off, man.
That's right.
You know what's funny now is you watch them shows like America's Funniest Home Videos, or you watch them shows where people get fucked up. That should be funny as hell. It's like, damn, man. You know them little like ridiculousness. You got them little certain shows where it be Edomites getting fucked up. Man, that should be funny as hell, man.
Funny as hell, bro. And that's how we gonna be laughing, man. There's gonna be people out here that's gonna be out here, you know, having some of the funniest deaths known. Like, yo, what the fuck? Shit. Man died from a twig.
I know, right? It's more Final Destination type shit.
Yeah, it's gonna be funny. Like you ain't, hey, but that's because you've angered the Lord with your ways, man.
That's right.
All right. That's why the Lord said, "What? Consider your ways, man."
Right.
A lot of people don't consider what they're doing, man. They have no regard. They have no conscience.
Right.
They just do.
That's right.
They all into instant gratification, man. The Lord is against that, man.
That's right.
And He has a plethora of different weapons. He's weaponized the so-called white man, man.
Oh yes.
The Lord weaponized him, man.
Right.
He's sharpened that sword through disease, biological chemicals, or the sword through drones, missiles, grenades. Okay, he's sharpened the so-called white man with his alliances, with his scientists, to come down on Jay.
That's right.
You know, you had something, brother?
Nah, I finished off what you wanted earlier.
Okay,
Job.
yeah, that Job, yeah, come on.
I should finish with Job.
Yeah.
This is Job chapter 5, verse 22. Once more, at destruction and famine. And then in the Lamentations they tell you to die by the sword.
Oh, yeah.
It's better than dying by way of famine.
Yep.
Okay, your body start eating itself and shit.
Yep.
You'll see Jake laying on the ground and shit. Fucking body be eating before we on this stomachs and shit.
Like one of them African infomercials.
Yeah. It's going to get crazy out here, man. And on top of all that, the men of the Lord going to laugh, Lord willing, we up that number.
Yep.
With all this death, because it says knowledge and wisdom shall be the stability of that time.
That's right.
Because shit, if you ain't got this wisdom, man, you going to bug the hell out when you start seeing people guts every fucking way and shit like that.
Yep.
It says, neither shall thou be afraid of the beasts of the earth.
Yep. Yeah, because why? Because the scriptures say the beast of the field shall be in the league. Meaning we're going to have that same level of control over the earth that the men of the Lord had before time, where you had a raven that delivered food to Elijah twice a day. Okay?
Go back to. I was gonna say that like the beast had the fear on man, like in the time of Noah. The beast had the fear of man, and the Lord is going to give us that dominion back.
That's right.
Over the earth. Where the Lord is going to He's going to give brothers powers to actually bring fruit from a tree at an instant, just to eat. Just as Yahushua had the power to wither the figs from a tree.
Right.
Yep.
That's power over the earth. That's being able to manipulate the elements, the creation. And what more is the men that were there with Yahushua from the beginning.
That's right.
The Lord is going to restore that power, and the rest of you people are going to be out here in Shit's Creek without a paddle. Okay, stuck basically, man. Because if you in a creek with no paddle, you can't go nowhere.
That's right.
Okay, somebody hold that Lamentations 2, Baba Kushab. Lamentations 2 and 10.
I got a real quick one.
Go ahead, bro.
Jeremiah 30:7. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it.
That's right.
It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. So the time, because the Spirit got us going into a lot of judgment, man. Judgment for you Israelites and all you 2/3 niggas, man. So ultimately, like the brother Bishop Atalon was saying, how Esau is the punishing instrument. Esau is gonna come down on you, Jake's hard. If you don't get hit by the famine and pestilence and different things, that the Lord has set up for you. But Jacob's trouble, man. I mean, it's so many ways that niggas are gonna get clipped.
Yes.
Yep.
Yep.
Y'all got it. That was it.
Yeah, let's get that. It's like I mean Ezekiel 2:10.
And then beast of the field, league with you is at the next verse.
Yeah, come
You want
on.
that right quick?
Yeah,
This is Job chapter 5, verse 23. For thou shalt be in league with the stones of the field, and the beasts of the field shall be at peace with thee.
Absolutely, man. Okay. Which we had that power where the beast of the field was at peace with us, man. Okay, but we lost that power. That's why the scriptures tell you in the book of Jude that we fell from our first estate. Okay? Meaning we lost power. That's why when you read in the Apocrypha, it tell you that before time, man's stature was taller than it is now. That's symbolic of us falling from our power. Because the scriptures say in the book of Matthew, it says, can one man add a cubit to his stature? Which is one of the least of spiritual power. Okay? So because we decreased in our stature, that shows that we lost power, because that was one of the easiest things to do, was increase your stature. So the Lord is going to restore that power in these coming times, man.
Right.
He's going to continue to feed the elect with this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Brothers' spirits are going to grow.
Right.
Brothers are going to come up on a level. All right, the Lord is going to sift all you undesirables out from amongst the body.
That's right.
And he's going to put more time and more energy into the brothers that really want it, man. All right, because judgment is knocking on the door, man.
That's right.
Judgment is not. It ain't even walking up to the house, bro. It's knocking at the door.
Yeah.
It's there. It's trying to come in.
No, that's right.
And a lot of Jake is still out here settled, chilling, worried about goddamn Gail. What's her name? Gail King.
Right.
Nobody give a fuck about that bitch, man.
Right.
And excuse my language, on that, man. But don't nobody give a damn about her.
Right.
Nobody cares. That's minuscule, according to what the Lord is giving right now, man.
Right.
There's lamentation, mourning, and woe written against you, people, man. And you worried about what Gail King is saying, man. Low level people, man. Okay, that's why the scriptures tell you that shall I not be avenged as such a people as this, man. Okay, somebody can hold that Ezekiel 2 and 10.
Yeah. The book of Ezekiel, chapter 2, verse 10. And he spread it before me, and it was written within and without. And there was written therein lamentations and mournings and woe.
That's what's written. That's what Ezekiel was describing, that roll that was opened in front of him. Lamentations. Lament means to what? To mourn. To be in a state of mourning. Mourning means when you at a lower state.
That's right.
What do you do when you mourn? You put ashes on your head. You rinse your garment. You put on the sackcloth. You prostrate. You pray prostrate on the floor.
That's right.
You crying. You there's a sense of guilt when you mourning. What could I have done to save him? It was my fault.
That's right.
So that's what's written in the book.
The good book.
Right. Okay. And then not to mention woe. We all know what woe means. Means destruction, man.
That's right.
Calamity. That's what's written of. And guess who was mainly written about? The Edomites, the heathens, and 2/3 of you people.
Right.
And you still walking around here concerned about what Gail King asked Lisa Leslie.
What is it?
That's why the scriptures say my heart could not be with these people.
Yep.
That's why I said Father said in great dignity.
Yeah.
Father, Son, and Holy Spirit.
That's it.
Because even when you try to give Jake, you try to defend Jake on the videos when the police shoot him, or some racially motivated happens, and you try to come to Jake's defense, and then you turn around 2 weeks later and you find out Mike Brown was a goddamn nigga.
Right.
Yeah.
You find out Trayvon Martin was a straight up nigga.
Right.
But then you try to come to his defense, like, yeah, devil. But then you go to his background, go into his interiors, and you find out he's just a straight up and down nigga.
That's
You
right.
deserve that.
That's right.
That's eventually
Right.
going to be the conclusion that we're going to draw, is that
Right.
he just deserved it.
That's right.
He just fucking deserved it. Cause your mind is warped. You're still following after Western culture. You love this devil, man.
Yep.
Even when he piss you off, you still love him.
Right.
You're gonna be mad, but you're still gonna try to find and muster up a way to love this devil, man.
That's right.
And we can't be towards you, man.
That's right.
That's why the scripture say what? Flee yourselves from this untoward generation, man.
Right.
Okay? You have something else?
Yeah, I precept to that Ezekiel 2, the brother read, hitting on that point. It's Lamentations 3 and 38. Out of the mouth of the Most High proceedeth not evil and good. And that's a rhetorical question, because the answer is yes, man. You got the good of the scriptures, and you got the bitter part, man. The evil. Evil goes to what? Bad time. Right. The scriptures prophesy of bad times coming to the wicked, man. Because the elect gonna be straight. You read that in Job the 5th chapter. The beast gonna be at league with them. I think you read up and say it's 6 troubles, the Lord will save them. Something paraphrasing. Job 5 and 17. So the scriptures deal with both aspects, man, the good and evil. It ain't just all lovey-dovey and hugs and high-fiving and shit, man.
Right.
Most High about to bring down judgment, man.
That's right.
And his mouth is the prophets.
That's right.
As Trump said, the prophets of doom, man.
No, who did he was referring to, man?
Right.
He ain't talking about the Dalai Lama.
That's right.
You know, yeah, he talking about that motherfucker, man. You know,
Right, sitting up on the cloud in the Himalayas, floating, preaching peace.
yeah, that's right.
You know, that ain't who Trump talking about, man. Trump is subliminally referencing the men of the Lord, man.
Right.
Nobody else calls themselves prophets.
Exactly.
That's right.
You might have doomsday preppers and stuff like that, but they're not calling themselves prophets.
Right.
Yeah,
Exactly.
no.
Exactly. Yep. That's
And
it.
then they'll say the girl a little bit deeper. He's talking about the apostles of Great Millstone and the elders.
Oh, yeah.
Because these other so-called prophets is talking about rapping and all this other stuff.
Right.
We the only ones on a constant basis talking about, you know what I'm saying, destruction, death, America being destroyed, you know what I'm saying? So-called white men going into captivity with these other nations. That's men prophesying of doom and gloom.
And on the Great Millstone pushed out, well, beginning with, of course, Paul Tahar,
Yep.
the year of prophecy.
Right.
Ain't nobody else talking about the year of
That's
prophecy.
it. Ain't nobody coined that term.
Yeah, and that's this apostle coined that term before Trump said that. You know,
Exactly.
And you gotta remember one thing too. Now that you say that, the elite know this. See, one thing about it is the elite, they know that what we're saying is the truth. So they're not just walking around in a state of oblivion as if the apostles don't exist. They have to watch them.
That's right.
Yeah.
They have to check them out. They got to size up their opponents, man.
Yeah.
They know what's going on, man.
Oh, yeah.
Because you know why? Because Satan is dealing with them directly.
Yeah.
So he's giving them, they having them dreams, man.
That's right.
The dreams that we have about the coming destruction and the fire, they having them too.
Yeah.
They having them too.
That's
They
right.
of the elite of Esau.
Yep.
They're having those dreams.
Yeah, because if I could say, hey, the elite, man, they've been watching for years, man. They've been watching for a long time. You don't think they know? Hey, the elite understand the doctrine more than some of you niggas, man.
That's right. That's right.
That's real. Right?
I got a precept real quick.
Oh yeah, the Lord said he's going to pour his spirit upon all flesh. Your sons and your daughters shall prophesy.
Yep.
Then you got these people having dreams, and they need somebody to interpret the dreams for them. You know?
Yep.
They're seeing fire, they're seeing missiles, they're seeing whole land masses being destroyed. They're seeing people die of hunger, and they waking up screaming and shit. You know what I'm saying?
And the only thing they can do is they gotta go to YouTube and then do a video and hope that the commenters can give some understanding because they don't know.
That's right.
I'm talking about the regular Edomites.
Right.
But the elite, they having these dreams, and guess what?
Yeah.
They waking up in cold sweats.
That's right.
They waking up in cold sweats. They fucked up behind it, man.
That's right.
But I'll be honest with you, man. Some of the dreams and visions that brothers have, we be messed up behind them. It's heavy, man.
That's right.
You wake up out your sleep, you know, kind of breathing hard. Like, it's real, man. It's gonna get real, man.
Right.
To prove that the Lord does show these heathens dreams, Nebuchadnezzar, the Lord showed him a dream of his judgment, man. You know, and other rulers of these heathen nations, man. The Lord would show them dreams, and guess who had to break it down? The prophets of the Lord, man.
The prophets.
I got a real quick one.
Yep.
Jeremiah 28:8. This is your prophets of doom scripture.
Oh, you read that? Yeah.
The prophet. Did you read that?
Rewind.
Yeah, I read it. And, the prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms of war, evil, and pestilence.
See, the Lord just made a separation right there too. He said, the men that I sent, the real prophets, they're going to prophesy. You know, against kingdoms. You would never hear a man of the Lord say, God bless America. Never. Never at all, man. You know what I'm saying?
Listen against
Joy to the
Lord.
world, all this other nonsense. No, you're not hearing that from the men of the Lord. Look, the Lord, this is a commandment right here. The Lord has commanded his men to prophesy against countries and against great kingdoms.
Yep.
Moses, you know what I'm saying, prophesied against Egypt. Egypt was great in that day, you know? Pharaoh, you know what I'm saying? Nobody won't step into Pharaoh, man.
That's right.
The Lord used his prophet, his servant, to step to him. Why? Because the Lord said, I'm going to be with you. You ain't got to worry about it. Yeah, he's tough. He's big. He's a bully and all that. Just like the Lord was with King David when he fought against Goliath and everybody else was scared. It's just certain men that the Lord used throughout time, you know what I'm saying, to represent him on the earth, you know? To stand up and be bold, you know what I'm saying? Look, we're human. We're just regular flesh, you know what I'm saying? You know?
That's right.
It's beautiful, though. Go ahead.
Well, that was it.
That was it?
Yeah. Well, that was the point, but it's on.
Oh, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Finish reading that because, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah,
the prophesied of war.
Yeah.
The true men of the Lord are the only ones that prophesy in the war. You got other prophets, so-called prophets. Some husbands love their wives.
Yeah.
And let's get married and all this other stuff.
Do a damn 6-hour stream on marriage.
Right.
Right.
What about prophecy?
Right.
Having a Hebrew red carpet event.
Right.
Because really, how can you call yourself a prophet if you're not prophesying?
Right.
You're just another nigga that picked up a Bible. Man.
That's right.
You know?
That's right.
They do that in the churches every damn day.
Mm-hmm.
Big, like Pastor Harvey said, the biggest Bible they can find.
Right.
Ain't nothing. There's no difference between you and them. Because for you to be a prophet, you have to prophesy, man.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Oh, and the brothers just reading what you got to prophesy
That's
about.
right.
And that's what beginning with the apostles, great millstone on down. That's what we've been speaking for decades, man.
Right.
Decades.
And if I could add a quick point before brother bring out the precept, the reason why a lot of these people can't prophesy is because they don't have the testimony of Yahweh.
Right.
In order to prophesy, you must have the testimony. If you don't have the testimony, bro, that spirit of prophecies is not going to be activated. So all you're going to do is you're going to beat around the bush.
Right.
Because you don't know.
Right.
There's a particular testimony that the Lord has to give you, which makes you what? A witness.
That's
That's right.
Okay? If you don't have that testimony, if you don't believe in that testimony, therefore you're not a witness and you won't be called up to the stand to witness.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
Okay? Simple as that.
That's
I
right.
got two precepts.
Go
What
ahead,
he
bro.
said, Revelation chapter 19, verse 10.
Say that.
And I fell at his feet to worship him, and he said unto me, see thou do it not. I am thy fellow servant and of thy brethren
Yep.
that have the testimony of Yahweh Shai.
That's right. And that's what it's about. When you go into having a testimony, first and foremost, you got to have testicles to have a testimony.
That's right.
Okay? First and foremost, which proves that that the men of the Lord, okay, or the prophets are men.
Mm-hmm.
That's the servants of the Lord, the prophets, which are men. Okay? Now, just because you're a man that know you're an Israelite does not mean that you have the testimony of the Lord. There's a lot of people out here that can tell you you're an Israelite, bro. But it's not many people out here that will tell you that the mark of the beast is the microchip.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Okay?
That's right.
There's not many people that prophesy. But there's a lot of people that tell you about, you're an Israelite, you're a queen,
Right.
sister. They can take you to the most elaborate friend shop in their neck of the woods. You know, they can go, build you the most, decadent garment, but couldn't tell you the first thing about a prophecy.
That's right.
Right.
You tell them what is God, and they're going to be looking at you like you God.
Right. I know, right?
Because they don't know.
Right.
You have to have a particular spirit. The Lord has to sup with you in order to have their testimony.
Right.
And most don't have that.
That's right.
Okay? Continue on, my brother.
I got another precept.
Okay.
It says, worship Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, for the testimony of Yahweh Shai is a spirit of prophecy.
And that's why this year, the apostle Elder Tahar coined this year what? The year of prophecy. Which is going to, pretty much promote and push the brothers that's in the right spirit to prophesy.
Right.
To push them prophecies,
That's
man.
right.
Go into that Ezekiel 38, Ezekiel 39, Jeremiah 50, Jeremiah 51,
That's right.
Revelation 12, Daniel 2,
Right.
Daniel 7, Daniel 12.
Right.
Okay? Isaiah 47.
Yeah,
That's right.
Like I say, like people in this world, essentially, we're basically speaking into existence. Like how Jay said he was speaking into existence. You got an example with this nigga Kobe Bryant. Hey, the day prior, I seen a video clip of the elders doing a stream. They said, yeah, a lot of you celebrities gonna be dropping dead, man. Big time celebrities. That was on a Saturday live stream. And the next day, Kobe Bryant died in the helicopter.
Smushed.
So a lot of things coming to pass as the brothers, as you say, speaking into existence, is going to be happening, man. Like quick.
That's
man.
right.
Yeah.
That's right, man.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah,
One more?
yeah.
All right, then we're going to let the elder take over the floor.
you got it, bro.
Amos chapter 3, verse 7.
Oh, yeah.
Surely the Lord Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai will do nothing, but he revealeth his secret unto his servants the prophets. Yeah, and he revealing his secrets to his servants the prophets for a reason. To to warn the people the things that's coming forth. The nation of Israel to repent before it's too late, and let the other nations know what their judgment's going to be.
That's right.
But the Lord always warns people before he actually brings forth those the judgments through his prophets.
That's right.
I got another precept off of what did you say?
Oh, yeah.
Now, this is Hebrews chapter 1, verse 1. Yahweh, who in sundry times and in diverse manners spake in times past unto the fathers by the prophets.
Hey, man. You know, so if a lot of you people don't want to listen to us and you want to turn a blind ear to what we saying, you don't consider that this is how the Lord always spoke to your black ass.
That's right.
Okay? Everybody act like the Lord always came down here to speak to Jake.
Yeah.
The Lord spoke to Moses.
Right.
And he didn't even turn his face to Moses.
Right.
He had his back turned to Moses when he spoke to Moses.
Right.
And then charged Moses to come speak to the people, man. So the Lord never spoke to you black ass niggas, man. And you have Jakes that, yeah, you know, God told me to do this. You know, God spoke to me and told me to come to you and talk to you and give you some love. The Lord never did that.
Right.
The Lord told you to drive 10 hours to go do something, but he didn't tell you to take your ass to camp.
Right.
He didn't tell you to read
Right.
or study or do anything like that. He told you to do something else that's totally outside of the scriptures.
Right.
Like the Lord deal with you. The Lord don't deal with you like that, man.
Right.
First and foremost, the Lord deals with the obedient. There's a particular pattern, a particular way that you got to go about for the Lord to even deal with you.
That's right.
Okay? A lot of Jake like to skip steps. You know, they like to skip steps in this thing, man. The first thing to coming into the faith is listening.
That's right.
A lot of you Jakes don't listen. You don't know how to listen. You don't know how to shut the fuck up.
Right.
Excuse my language. That's why you know Esau ain't did nothing but worse than that. By allowing you Negroes to get a social media and just fucking talk. Jacob, right now our people are just fucking talking.
Yeah.
They are doing no listening. Okay? So you don't know that the Lord is speaking to you by the prophets.
That's right.
You have no idea that this is how the Lord always spoke to you. Because all you do is talk.
That's right.
You don't know how to listen. You don't know how to take heed. You don't know how to hearken.
That's right.
You don't know how to calm down, relax, breathe, and listen to what's being said. So therefore, the Lord is going to teach you by the way you're going to feel it. Okay?
That's right.
You're going to feel what the Lord is saying instead of actually listening. You're going to feel it. Okay?
Hey, what's that saying that Apostle Gabar says when words can't teach, that verse
Verse
is
can
will.
live.
That's right.
That's right.
I was just thinking of that too. That's the spirit.
I had something real quick.
Come.
One precept right there.
Oh, yeah, bro.
James chapter 1, verse 19. Wherefore, my brethren, wherefore, my beloved brethren, let every man be swift to hear, slow to speak, slow to wrath.
That's right. You know, so you know what did the scripture say? Faith coming by what? By hearing. Jake don't know how to listen.
Right.
All right, because their whole life they've been conditioned to do what? To defend themselves. In any situation, right or wrong, you got to defend yourself.
Right.
No, that's not our way. We were always a wise and understanding people. In order to understand something, you first have to hear it.
That's right.
You got to receive it first. Then you got to apply it. That's how you understand something. A lot of Jakes don't understand nothing because all they do is talk.
That's right.
They just run their mouth. That's not our culture. That's Esau culture. Esau was the one that talked too much. All in the field.
Right.
I'm about to die, bro. Can I said it first, right? Whatever, bro. Just let me. Jake just listening.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Promise me to this day that you'll send me your birthday.
That's right.
It's all yours, man. Just give me some of that red pottage, man. I'm about to die, man. Shit, man. Get Jake, man. Just flying off at the mouth. That's Esau.
Right.
We were always a wise and understanding people. We lost that. And we've adopted the ways of the heathens, and all they do is talk.
That's right.
If you look at these what is it, like Donald Trump, all these different, top executives, if you ever just around an Edomite, all they do is talk. They don't know how to converse. They don't know how to have a conversation. Okay? You have something, bro?
No.
Okay.
Okay. You're on that point, basically going back to the prophets, how basically that's how the Most High speak. But Jacob is so busy running their mouth, they ain't listening to the word of the Lord, man.
We always gotta be like, listen on every video, starting off with the apostles and the elders on down. We try to bring out a scripture, they keep talking. Man, will you listen, man? we get kind of aggravated and frustrated, but we keep it spiritual. We like, yo, will you shut the, you know what I'm saying? Oh man, let the scripture come out. And we had to ask this dude a couple of weeks ago, like 2 weeks ago. You ain't gonna let us bring in the scripture. You ain't gonna let the scripture come out of this. Yeah, I want to hear it. Let me hear it. Look, you ain't gonna let the scripture come out of this. Well. All right,
Yep.
Listen.
Yep.
It's just talk about understand the whole matter first.
Yep.
You know, how are you going to understand the whole matter if you don't hear it out?
Right.
You know, that's what a judge does. A judge sits up on the bench and listens to the whole case, and then makes a ruling on it. Not just like the brother saying. That's what Esau likes to do, man. He just run his mouth.
That's a lost art, is being able to listen, man. In this modern age, man, people don't fucking listen, man. People always want to run their fucking mouth like they know every damn thing, man. You know, that's how we learned the truth. We was listening. We was able to soak things in. We realized whether we was cut or whether you know, brothers just wanted to learn. You know, we had to come humble and, well, you know what, man, I don't know that.
I know that's right.
You gotta have, you gotta have a humble, curious mind. You know, you got.
Now, I was gonna say one of the first signs that you could tell that Americans don't know how to listen is because they don't look you in your eye. That's one of the first things that a person is listening to you. Right. They look you in your eye.
Yep.
A lot of these people that you encounter and that you talk to, man, they don't look at you in your eye.
No.
Right.
Yeah, looking around.
I know.
You know, everything that you're saying is going one ear and out the other. So what more makes you think that they're gonna listen to we saying that a big disease is gonna come and kill a lot? They ain't trying to hear that.
Right.
They trying to go to the stripper bowl.
That's right.
They trying to go to the club. They trying to go, you know, to the bar. You know, it's Labor Day weekend. You know, that's what they're trying to hear.
That's right.
They don't want to hear nothing about troops marching down the streets,
I know, right?
cracking people upside the head with batons.
Because a lot of the thing is, what America has produced is a bunch of people that just hear just to respond. Right. They don't soak in the information.
Right.
Yes.
They just, as soon as you stop talking, they just they're like a greyhound out on a dog track.
Know,
man. They hear the gunshot and they out. You know.
Their minds are programmed. They're conditioned a certain way, like the brother said. They're conditioned to just respond rather than actually receive what the person is telling you. Because every time there's someone telling you something, there's a deeper meaning behind it. You know what I'm saying? You have surface level talk, small talk, but then you actually have a deeper meaning behind things. So people don't really know how to receive and grasp the message that you tell them.
That's right.
Because they're so fucking simple-minded, man.
That's right.
Y'all brothers got it.
Oh yeah, the scripture said receive with meekness, then grab the word.
Which is able to say.
Right. How you gonna receive something you just started talking? We're trying to give you then grab the word, you know? We're trying to make you normal again. Can you look up that word in graph that means to be normal? And to give a couple other definitions, but one that stuck out to me was to be made normal. This word makes us normal. Every brother in here is normal.
Yeah.
That's right.
The whole word is abnormal, man. That's why they bug the hell out when a normal person come around them, because they don't know how normal looks, you know what I'm saying? These people bug the hell out. They think, you know what I'm saying, that nonsense is normal now. They done made that normal.
I got something real quick. I know the elder has something too, but this is real quick. Proverbs 1:5. A wise man will hear and will increase learning. That's why the stupidest people that you went to school with never listen. They just talk too much. Those are usually the stupidest people. The class clowns, the ones that just run their mouth and get into fights and altercations. They know how to talk shit real good without stuttering, with confidence. Those usually grow up to be the dumbest people. But they don't listen. They don't listen to anything. Okay?
Well, like the old saying goes, that's why you got two ears and one mouth, right?
That's right.
Supposed to do twice as much listening as talking, man. You know?
It says, a wise man will hear and increase learning, and a man of understanding will attain unto wise counsel. And the first thing that you do when you get counsel is you do what? You listen. You don't go seek counsel just to overtalk the counselor.
Right.
You know? And you have people that do that. They come down to the camp, I just seen y'all, and I just wanted to get out here and see what y'all was talking about. And next thing you know, they debating you.
Right.
It's like, nigga, didn't you just get out the car to come listen? You know? But that's our people. That's Jake for you, man. Okay?
That's right.
Because the Esau has promoted subconsciously not listening to one another. Listen to me. Niggas are stupid. They don't know anything. Listen to me. I know it all. And a nigga will bend his ear over to an Edomite.
Right.
But when it comes to his own brother, telling him and warning him, hey, this is what's coming to you. Hey, this is what's about to happen out here. You know, this is what's about to go down, man. Missiles are coming.
Right.
The chip is coming. Don't take the chip. Man, I ain't taking no goddamn chip, man. You know what I'm saying? I ain't taking no motherfucking chip. You ain't even got to tell me that.
Right.
What? Like, you just built up for that. You know, I know this. I knew about that. I've been knowing about that for 50 years, man.
Right.
No, you don't.
Right.
No, you don't. All it's going to take is 2 days. You're going to take the chip.
Yeah, that's it.
You know? But Jake will swear up and down that they built. I heard that before. Because they don't listen.
Right. That's right.
And that's why the Lord is getting ready to have a real issue with a lot of you Jakes out here.
That's right.
That coronavirus gonna come at you Negroes, man.
That's
Lord
right.
willing, man.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay? You said you had that second Ezra 80-50, did you?
Yep.
Okay. You got it, Elder.
This is real quick. It's First Samuel 9:9. This is before time. Come on, you got it, bro. That's the spirit of the Lord. First Samuel 9:9. This is before time in Israel when a man went to inquire of the Most High. And in my Bible, that word inquire says to seek guidance. It says, thus he spake, come and let us go to the seer. For he that is now called a prophet was before time called a seer. Showing you that in the ancient world, a prophet was looked at in high regard, man. You know, you went to ask something or seek guidance from Yahweh Shem Yahushai. I mean, we didn't go to the rich man, which today would be a Diddy, a Jay-Z, T.I., all these, you know, these super rich niggas, man. You went to the choir of the Lord through the prophets, man. Why? Because that's the mouth of the Lord. That's who the Lord set up, you know, to preach His word, man.
That's right.
You know, and here we are back here on earth telling you all these things. But like you said, Jake is filled with their own opinion. You know, they try to teach you. You know, here it is, they supposed to be listening, but they try and break down the scriptures to you, man. You know, not knowing that the prophets of the Lord is set up, man.
That's right.
You're supposed to be seeking guidance from the Lord through the men of the Lord who the Lord set up, man.
That's right.
You know?
And really, I'd like to say is a lot of you Jakes, you got a nigga woman spirit on you, man. You gotta shut the fuck up, man.
That's right.
just to put it plainly, so you gotta put it raw. You niggas don't know how to shut the fuck up sometimes, man.
That's right.
You know, got that real feminine, you know, just, you know, because men know how to listen, man. Real men, they know how to receive, you know, look, like a brother said, look you in your eye, look you in your eye, and understand what you're saying. That's right. You know, even if you may not necessarily agree with it. You got it.
The scriptures say a fool uttereth all his mind, but a man of wisdom holdeth his time when you see the opportunity.
That's right.
Something like that.
Come on. It's Sirach 20.
You got it, man.
I'm going to start at 5 through verse 8. It says, there is one that keepeth silence and is found wise, and another by much babbling becometh hateful. Some man holdeth his tongue because he hath not to answer, and some keepeth silence to know his time. A wise man will hold his tongue till he see opportunity, but a babbler and a fool will regard no time.
And this happened with our people recently. When the attacks on Soleimani happened, the first thing our people did was what? They didn't do no research. Trust me. They didn't know who Soleimani was. They didn't know where he got attacked at, where he got killed. They have no idea what happened. They just seen the news and they jumped right on the memes and started joking. This is a prime example of that.
That's right.
They didn't take the 15, 20 minutes to research anything. They just started playing games. They didn't take nothing serious. And you know what? To be honest, that's really disrespectful to Yahweh Shai. But these are his prophecies that you're playing with.
That's right.
You joking it. You joking with the prophecies that were written aforetime before your black crusty ass was even on earth.
That's right.
Now you just think you got the nerve to just make a meme and think that everything is good. You really gonna find out. You really gonna find out, man.
Right. You
really gonna find out. You so-called blacks and you Hispanics and Native Americans in the Caribbean island, man, you a whole nother topic, man. You just don't get it.
That's right.
Right.
You about as spiritual. You about as spiritual as a doorknob on Crenshaw.
Right.
Okay? That's about how spiritual you Hispanics and Native Americans is down in the Caribbean. You've been getting hit with earthquakes. You've been getting hit with power outages. You've been getting hit with hurricanes. And you still down there acting stupid, man.
warnings.
Tsunami warnings. Okay. Donald Trump jump shotting you paper towels. And a lot of you still down there in them islands is just still simple, man.
Simple as hell.
So the Lord got a controversy
That's
with you Israelites, man.
That's right.
Okay? Go ahead, bro.
You have a precept?
I had a definition, but you can bring the precept.
I mean, bring the definition on it.
Yeah, the brother brought out 1 Samuel 9:9, and that word inquire, it means to investigate, to look into. You can't investigate something if you're talking. The scriptures say even a fool is kind of wise when he holdeth his tongue. You know, it says to research, like the brother said, the elder said. You know, people ain't researching anything; they speaking without looking into something.
That's right. That's right.
It says to study, to consider, to analyze.
Study to show thyself approved. A man rightly dividing the word of truth shall not be ashamed, is roughly paraphrased.
Yep. That's right.
And that's 2/3.
And that's that pride the world gives people too. Is they don't want to research into the truth. They into Esau shit.
Right.
They getting these motherfuckers get these degrees and think they can tell you something, but they don't know shit. So
Except for worldly stuff.
Except for worldly stuff, but it be that pride.
Right.
And I got some.
I'm just gonna say one thing real quick. Like, ask a person how many points Jordan scored from high school up to the pros. They can tell you. Ask them to quote one Bible scripture. They don't know none of John 3:16. That's all you know, John 3:16. But you know everything about Michael Jordan. But you don't know. This is your book. Written for you and by, by your people. You mean John 3:16, that's your go-to scripture. You know what I'm saying? But Jordan, you know everything. You know what high school he went to, where he was born, the doctor that brought him out the womb. You know what I'm saying? Everything.
I got you out. It's Jeremiah 4:22. For my people is foolish; they have not known me. They are sottish children, and they have none understanding. They are wise to do evil, but to do good, they have no knowledge. So like the brother just said, man. Our people know, Jordan stats. They know, they know all the details about Kobe.
Right.
They gonna know that, especially now after he died. They gonna get into all of that Kobe. But when it comes to actually understanding prophecy, a lot of niggas don't know about the coronavirus.
Right.
Even right now, you got a lot of niggas they just don't know.
It's niggas right now as we speak, arguing about Kobe Bryant. There's probably gonna be arguing for about an hour and a half. Right now. Is he still better than Michael Jordan?
Right.
Now that he's dead, it's niggas arguing right now. It's some black people right now fighting over the last bowl of Frosted Flakes. Right now, as we speak, it's some black kids that's crying because they didn't get the last pack of fruit roll-ups.
I know, right?
This is the simplicity that we're dealing with right now.
Right.
A lot of people, man.
Yeah, which that word sottish means stupid, man. Like the brother said. So just that simple.
And shit, the last couple cool.
Right. Arguing over if chicken noodles is better than beef noodles.
Right.
Like Jake literally argues over this stuff.
And whoop your ass, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Over,
Doing the cinnamon challenge. When this thing get ready to pop off out here. Doing every time you turn around, you had the ice bucket border challenge.
Yeah.
You had the cinnamon challenge where you're supposed to take a spoonful of cinnamon down.
Yeah.
I didn't
even see that one.
Yeah, you had just weird stuff, man.
I didn't even see that one. I see the whole lot. I ain't see the cinnamon.
You know what I'm
saying? You remember that?
I remember that
The cinnamon challenge.
Doing stupid stuff. The ice bucket challenge.
Yeah, you had the ice bucket challenge. You had the now you got the challenge where they jump off the edge of the pool.
Right.
The splash challenge.
Remember the car flip challenge?
Yeah, you had now this was the stupidest one to me. Planking, the planking challenge. People just going around laying on top of stupid stuff.
Ghost Rider Whip challenge.
Yeah.
Yo, man, not
laying on watermelon and shit in the grocery store and shit. Get your ass up,
Hey, but like we've been saying, this new generation, man, y'all are fucked, man.
Yeah.
Y'all, man.
Destroyed for the lack of knowledge.
They're destroyed for lack of knowledge. Hebrews 4:6.
Yep, 4:6.
Hosea, I said Hebrews, but yeah, but that's the low level you people are on. Like the brother said, you got challenges, but that goes to show you're dumbed down, man. Through what? Through social media, through you know, TV, all these different things. These children are growing up off of you know, the technology and these different things, and you're not being trained to really think.
Yeah.
Everything is thinking for you. All the advertisements, your brain never really gets a break. You know, so that's why you're stupid, because you're so low-minded. But we're here to tell you, look, you're better than that, man. Start thinking. Start, you know, using your brain. You know, question things. You know, whenever Esau says some shit, question it.
It's not
look
wicked.
into stuff.
It's not wicked to question things.
Right.
Jake thinks that if you go against the grain, like that's considered wicked. If you question homosexuality, now you're wicked.
Right.
Like, bro, you can question that.
Right.
You have the right to question certain lifestyles.
Right.
You have the right to do that.
Yeah.
You have the right to implement the process of elimination.
Yep.
If you use the process of elimination in all things, you're going to draw the conclusion on what's right and what's wrong.
Oh, yeah.
Jake don't use that process. Okay? They don't use logic. They use emotions to base their decision on certain things. When you use logic, you'll come to the conclusion that shellfish is not good to eat, that pork is not good to eat, that homosexuality is not good, that adultery is not good, that having sex on the Sabbath is not good. Okay? Working on the Sabbath is not healthy.
Right.
You'll draw those conclusions through what? Through logic. And most importantly, because it's what? It's in the scripture.
That's right.
But you can use logic also, common sense, science, to draw these conclusions as well. Because they're against nature itself. You can tell that it's okay to have more than one woman just by observing nature. Yeah. Roaches be fucking like a
I know, right?
Yeah. You gotta be confined to one woman when a roach getting more pussy than you.
I know that's right.
You know?
Like the brother brought out, inquire, which that word inquire, what did it say? Seek or study. Yeah, investigate. That word means to investigate. So you ain't gonna know nothing if you haven't challenged what you've been told your whole life.
Search the scriptures.
Yeah.
But then you find eternal life or something.
Search the scriptures. Yeah, search the scriptures, man. You gotta get into this thing and actually, you know, because that's how we found the truth. A lot of us, we didn't just land on Great Millstone.
Right.
We looked through. We looked through. You know, some of us was looking at Illuminati. Some of us was looking at spaceships, or you know whatever the Lord used to lead us to eventually lead us to Great Millstone. But we had to search. Same way we had to search. You know, we had to look. But then eventually the Spirit guided us. The Spirit of the Lord guided us to Great Millstone. Okay, now this is the truth.
Right.
You know, y'all brothers got it.
Oh yeah, precept for what you just said. This is Malachi chapter 2, verse 7. Rocky, you finished with your precept?
Yeah, I'm finished. We got it.
This is Malachi chapter 2, verse 7. For the priest's lips should keep knowledge, and they, meaning the Hebrew Israelites, should seek the law at his mouth. Because some people don't know nothing, right? So go to the person that do know something. Exactly. How about that? Since you don't know nothing, just like we didn't know nothing, we had to go to the apostles and the elders that already knew it, man, so we can get it, you know?
That's right.
You don't got no water, you go to the man that's selling water, so you can get some drink, right?
Go to the seller and buy.
Right. It says, and they should seek the law at his mouth, for he is the messenger of the Lord of hosts. So you gotta find out where the messenger is. If you want to get the message.
And then listen.
Right, listen.
I got a quick precept real quick dealing with Jake. This is Jeremiah chapter 5 and verse 23. It said, but this people have a revolting and a rebellious heart. They are revolted and gone. And you can tell if you look at the brother from DC, Kasat Magun did a video a couple months ago, probably about a year ago, going into checking the pulse of the people. And when you check the pulse of your people, you will see that they're gone. They don't have a pulse. They're dead. You know, like I say, they doing. You know, they walking in the grocery stores, licking ice cream, drinking water, and spitting it back in it and putting it on the shelf. Man, they going through Walmart pranking people. Right. You know, doing all kind of pranks. You know, pranking old people that's in there shopping. You know, you see them doing all kind of just different memes and videos. You know, promoting, like you got women on social media. They'll go around scantily clad. Okay, go all up in the store, pour milk all over them. You know, in the middle, twerking them. You know, they gone.
Who can get the most attention? That's all it is.
Yeah,
clout attention. Or who can clout chase? Like the brother said, clout chasing. Who can get the most? Who can do the weirdest thing? If I can go, you know, in the middle of Times Square, with these people go out in the middle of Times Square with a fucking thong on. Long as the shit get views, hey. But you got people on the comments, they'll defend that shit. Well, look, he getting views, he getting money, he getting followers.
Well, it's like that's not what it's about, bro. The end all be all of that person is going to be missing.
That's right.
You know, and these people are gone. When we check the pulse of our people, there's no coming back. There's only a few out here that have hope.
That's right.
Okay, and the Lord is going to gather those people, man. If they are the elect, they will be gathered. Okay, this is verse 24. It says, neither say they in their heart, let us now fear the Lord our power. So when Soleimani got killed and it was all this draft talk and World War III talk, nobody turned to the Lord. You know why? Because nobody was affected. Nobody was affected at that moment. When 9/11 happened, though, what happened? Everybody started picking up Bibles. Why? Because they were affected.
Right.
So the Lord is going to affect a lot of you people in the times to come. Okay? Because you don't know how to get your mind right.
Right.
You don't know how to get your mind right. You neck deep in America's ass.
That's right.
Okay? With no life. You can't breathe. Because your head's so far up the white man's ass.
That's right.
So worried about Gayle King. The people that's going at Gayle King is off. You know, Snoop Dogg, you off.
Right.
Okay? I'm going to finish this up and I'm going to pass it over. It says, let us now fear the Lord our power that giveth rain, both the former and the latter, in his season. He reserveth us until an appointed weeks of the harvest. It says, your iniquities have turned away these things, and your sins have withholden good things from you. So the Lord wanted to pour out all kind of just blessings and riches and, wisdom, knowledge, and understanding unto us. But he can't do it to all of us. Because if Jake had this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, man, they're corrupted as they did before. And that's why the Lord just sealed a lot of you spirits off, man. Okay? A lot of you spirits out here, you just can't get it. You blinded. And that was really sanctified by the Lord.
That's right.
Okay? The Lord blinded you, that was pretty much, that was signed off by Yahweh, by the Most High. I don't want him to get the truth.
That's right.
Because what he did with the truth in the past. He didn't repent. He wasn't sorrowful.
That's right.
So when he come back in the reincarnation, block his ears. That's right. Block his eyes, man. All right? Make him do a video on the Cinnamon Challenge. Make him do a video, let that nigga die committing adultery.
That's right.
Have that nigga born with no eyes. Have that girl, have her come out and die in a car crash.
Have him die in a helicopter accident.
Yeah.
With no knowledge.
Yep.
Hey, because a lot of these jakes, they got the blood of the prophets on their hands, man. And the Lord is requiring that blood,
Right. Oh yeah, then the Lord said the little bit that they do have, I'm gonna take that away. Like Tazariah, you know what I'm saying? Whatever this title's supposed to be. He got a little bit of knowledge, but the Lord's taking that. You know what I'm saying? He's teaching what is it, maliciously? Yeah, he teaches
malice.
You know what I'm saying?
Malice and strength.
Yeah. He bringing out the scriptures totally wrong. Now he's being self-willed now.
Yep.
He's very emotional now, so the little bit that he did have, the Lord said, I'm going to take that away from you. And I'm going to give it to somebody that's worthy of having it.
Waxing worse.
Yeah, man, waxing worse. Because he don't want to hear. He run his mouth now. He got 2 ears, one mouth. And that man run his mouth more than he listening to them. Nobody can't tell him nothing. And he ain't even been in the truth that long.
Yeah, right. Yeah. That's that, like I said, that's that nigga woman spirit. Because a lot of, like the brother said, how men be emotional, because these people, they get emotional and they get the emotions of the world and the feelings of the female. I got daughters, I got my mama, what about what about this? Because they got that feminine spirit, man. Same thing with Tazariah. That mama spirit, man.
Dear mama.
Tupac face, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Dear mama. I got one right quick. Oh, you got some wrong?
Yeah, we're going to get some closing precepts too. We're going to get ready to close.
I got it on 8:50 second.
We'll close it on that. Revelation
22:11. He that is unjust, let him be unjust still. Ooh. And he which is filthy, let him be filthy still.
That's right, man. Meaning we don't go above and beyond trying to reach you wicked people, man. Right. We just let you be. That's right. Okay? We see you walking around America in 2020, a year of prophecy, with multicolored dye in your hair. We're going to leave you alone, bro.
Not even going to approach it.
Right. We're not even going to talk to you. We're not going to approach you, bro. It's too late in the game for you to be acting like that.
Right.
It's too late in the game for you to be acting like that, bro. If your face is riddled with tattoos, bro, we're gonna leave you alone.
That's right.
So if you can't understand that the scriptures that the scriptures constitute
that's right.
a girl from a woman when she has her menstruation cycle, we're not about to sit down and have a whole fucking course about it, like it's a college course.
Right.
Yeah. About you understanding the breakdown on what constitutes a girl from a woman.
That's right.
We're not about to go through that with you.
Right.
We're gonna leave you alone.
Nigga can't get it.
Yeah, that's right. Nigga can't get it. Moving on. Because we don't have time to waste, man. The Lord is shortening the days, man, for the elect's sake. We don't have time to waste with you people out here, man.
Right.
It's about edifying the sincere brethren and the sisters, man.
Right.
Okay? In hopes that in return we'll be sanctified and saved from this coming destruction, man. Because we've acknowledged it. Okay? We've acknowledged that, America's going to be destroyed. We live with that every day.
That's right.
It's not a day that goes by that, I'm pretty sure these brothers the same way. It's not a day that goes by that America being destroyed don't cross your mind. Right. Every single day that thought comes to my mind multiple times.
Every day.
Every day I think about bro.
That's right.
Every day I think about martial law.
Yep.
Every day I think about the chip.
Yep.
That's right.
Every day I think about pestilence. Every day I think about the Lord.
That's right.
So we're acknowledging what's going on,
That's
man.
Right.
If you don't want to acknowledge the reality and the place that you live in, we're gonna keep it moving, man.
That's right.
And that's why they come up with these minuscule arguments, because they don't want to realize the reality of the situation, which is that America's going down. They want to continue to be in here because they understand that once this place starts to go down, once YouTube gets shut down, there ain't gonna be no more clout chasing.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So they trying to feed off of it while they can, because they're leeches, man.
Right.
Yep. That's right.
That's
Bombs
right.
dropping, fucking people hollering, family everywhere. She's too young, Yeah. People get race riots and shit. Don't do it, she's too young,
They read that scripture about they shall dash our little ones against the stones, and next thing you know, they're like, nah, bro.
Yeah.
She's too young, guys.
Right.
Then you talking about grabbing little white babies by the ankles, man.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
Imagine if Yahweh was here, man, and he hear an argument like that, man.
Right.
Yeah.
He be in there just whipping your ass, man. What are you talking about, man?
That's right, man. We'll go ahead and finish on that second edge of the 85th.
That was it around?
Yeah, a little bit more.
Okay, come.
Revelation 22:11, reading on. And he that is righteous, let him be righteous still.
Yeah, meaning brothers that's doing the right thing. Hey, help that brother, edify that brother, push him on, man. Re-upload his video, comment on his video.
That's right.
Hey, man, push him to get that crown, man.
Right.
If you could add to that brother in any type of way, add to him, man. I'll be walking around envying and inwardly hating and having malicious thoughts against brothers because you seeking his position.
Right.
You don't like his spirit and how he get down. If that brother is striving to reach his goal, man, leave that brother alone, man.
That's right.
You got a lot of people that when they see a brother doing good in the spirit, man, they like to mess with brothers, man. You see a brother excelling and growing and coming up on a level, and a lot of people that ain't dedicating themselves at the same rate as that brother, they get jealous and start to envy, start to hate. They start to scrutinize every little thing that the brother say. Being over analytical about the brother.
Right.
He sneezed like, bro, say excuse me, bro. Damn, bro, I didn't even think about it. So I get, bro. Like, damn. You cut a corner the wrong way. It's like, bro, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, watch how you coming around the corner. My brother was sitting right there. Like, damn, bro. If a brother's doing the right thing and he's moving on the right path, man, let that brother do his thing, man. If he's doing the work, if he in good spirits, if he's charitable, if he's dedicated, okay, let that brother serve the Lord, man.
That's right.
Let the brother do his thing, man. That's his relationship with Yahweh Shah, man.
That's right.
You don't want to be the brother that get in the way of a relationship between a righteous man and the Lord, man. Right. Through like I said, being overly scrutinizing the brother. Every little thing you say, you got an argument and opposition. You getting all frustrated when the brother make a point. You know, doing simple girl shit, man. Let the brother strive, man. Let the brother push, man.
That's right.
Let the brother do his thing, man. That's his Lord too, as it is yours.
That's right.
So he has a way he serves his Lord. You have a way you serve your Lord. But it's all one spirit. You gotta allow that free range in order for brothers to serve the Lord in the spirit, man. And you have those guys that come in and quench the spirit, man. Every little thing that you know, hey, I was watching this, man. You know, I found out, you know, to be some good information. Well, why you think it's good information, brother? Damn, man.
I know, right?
I found something I could have added to my spirit, bro. And you got Jakes like that, though.
Yeah.
You got Jake like that.
Yeah.
You know, hey, I'm using this. Yardon used to be like that.
Yeah, oh yeah.
It's overly analytical, scrutinizing every little thing about you.
Yeah.
You don't want to be in that spirit, bro. Okay, go ahead, brother.
Was that wrong?
A little bit more. It says, and he that is holy, let him be holy still.
Yeah. I mean, let him be connected with the Lord, man.
That's right.
Okay? If a brother don't like to go out, man, you ain't got to force that brother to go out.
Right.
Let him be holy. That's it. That ain't his thing. If a brother don't drink, don't force him to drink.
Right.
He don't want to drink. If a brother ain't eating meat, don't force meat on him.
Right.
That's right.
Okay?
That's right.
Don't do that, man. Let him be holy. If a brother fasting, I'm be like, hey, eat up.
That's wicked at that.
Right.
That level is like, bro, you demon at that.
I know
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
Right.
Can't fast?
I know.
Like, damn, bro.
Right.
You know, just dropping some fried chicken in my face, like, bro. You know, go ahead, Al.
This is 2nd Ezra chapter 8, verse 50. For many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world.
That's right, man. And ultimately, that's what the 2/3 do to us. They don't want us to serve our power, man. They don't want us to be just.
That's right.
They don't want us to be holy. So they try to say, well, y'all, you mean tell me y'all don't like no fresh fried pork chops? You know, I'm trying to persuade brothers. So you mean tell me y'all don't like to do this and y'all don't like to do that? No. Okay? So because you've done these things, many great miseries are going to come upon you.
Right.
Okay? And they're going to overtake you.
That's right.
All right? You're going to be consumed by misery.
That's right.
You're going to be consumed by disparity.
That's right.
You're going to be consumed by inconvenience. Because you're seeking convenience, you're going to receive inconvenience. Because you're seeking comfort, you're going to receive discomfort. Because you're seeking peace, you're going to receive war.
That's right.
Okay? Go ahead, bro.
That's right. You look up some of those definitions for the word misery. It means tribulation. You got a woe. You got agony. You got what was that? Isaiah said he know a whole lot of people to be going through.
Depression.
Yeah, depression.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? All that's gonna come to these people. Man, these people don't know how to deal with depression.
Hell.
They off themselves. Because the scriptures say that knowledge, wisdom, understanding of the scriptures shall keep you stable.
Yeah.
If you ain't got it, man, when these miseries come upon you, man, when these people start losing their homes and they homeless out here, the ones that had it made and they ain't never spent a day without lights and a day out there on the streets and all that, these gonna bug the hell out, man.
Oh, yeah.
And it says not just miseries, but great miseries. The Lord said He's gonna leave them there, man, because they have walked in great pride.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. That's right, man, because a lot of you people walk in great pride, man. So the Lord is going to deal with that. Because before it's said and done, that spirit of pride will be eradicated from the face of the earth.
That's right.
Okay? And the proudest person on the face of the earth right now is the nation of Edom.
Right.
So they're going to receive the major end of the stick, man. Okay? Because they got to be taken all the way down. Jake already low.
Right.
Okay? Jake is already low as hell. Okay? So them niggas ain't going to fall that hard.
That's right.
Even all these celebrities, man, you niggas are low.
Right. Low level.
Low, man. You Edomites gonna fall because you're gonna lose alliances. You're gonna lose economy.
You're gonna lose the kingdom.
Yeah, you're gonna lose a whole kingdom.
Right.
So the Lord's gonna bring the haughty to a low degree, man. He's gonna elevate the meek into a high status, man.
Right.
Okay? So hey, Shalom, man, the water for all the brothers that chimed in on the comment board. Hey man, the elder brother GMS, get your mind right. Saint from Judah, Ahab Amath. Hey, all of you brothers, man, that was on the comment section, leaving scriptures. Hey, man, the water for adding to the lesson. Lord willing, you were edifying until the next lesson. We're gonna give all praises, glory, and honor to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Kakodash.
All right, double honors once again to the apostles, elders of Great Millstone, and peace, safety, much love to the elect. Until the next lesson, we say shalom.
Shalom.